Hello everybody, Gliderman here. So today we're going to be discussing what radians are. So, first I'm just going to draw two circles. I'm going to draw a small one here, and I'm going to draw a much bigger one here. And then I'm going to draw in the center points. Or roughly where the center points are. Obviously, you'll want to make sure that your center points are in the proper location. But, basically, we're going to draw in the radius of them. And note, I did not say radians there, but we're going to draw in the radius. And then we're just going to mark that as R. I'm going to mark this one the exact same as R. And let's just remove that little smidge there. So, basically, these are the two radii of these circles. So, what happens if we take this and we stretch it along the outside? So this one would be about here, and this one would be right about up like this. Now you'll also notice that if we drew a line from where that ended back to the center, that those angles here are pretty similar. In fact, they're actually the same. So a radius seems pretty useful, you know? Like, that's the same angle and that's the same angle. Well, that's in fact what a radian is, and you can kind of guess where it gets its name from. It's, you know, from that helpful little radius. So these two angles are perfectly identical. And you may be wondering, well, that kind of seems like it would be kind of a weird angle anyway. It's like 57 point something something something. And yeah, it's pretty weird. But if you multiply said radius by pi, so if we've got r times pi, that gets us 180 degrees all the way to this side. So we go all the way down to here. So that is the length of that. And so we can use that angle as basically a measurement. So this would be an angle of pi. So let's make a little chart. So pi equals 180. 0 obviously equals 0. And 2 pi equals 360. Actually, I should probably be writing degrees symbols on here, on this side. So 360 degrees or 0. So now, what would be 45? Well, that would probably be pi divided by 4. And so you can kind of see where this would go. A 30-degree angle would be pi over 6. Well, that was a pretty sloppily drawn pi, but you get my point. So there's a lot of different ways that pi can be used with the radians. And so all of these pi over whatever are in radians. So you can imagine this being pretty cool and pretty useful, because you may remember that the circumference of a circle, we'll call that c, equals 2 pi r. And obviously you can kind of see where the connection is. Where if we just say that the r is 1 radian, then, which in this case it is because it's the radius, then 2 pi, hey, that's the 360 degree angle. And so that's actually what the circumference is. So not only is it an angle, but it's also a distance going around. And so you can kind of see the pretty cool connection there. So I hope this kind of helped to explain what a radian is. And if you thought that was kind of useful and interesting, let me know in the comments down below, and possibly consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video, where we'll be seeing whether pi actually equals 4. I'll see you later. Bye!